Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever felt like manifestation is just, a whole lot of wishing, hoping, and kind of just waiting for things to magically pop into your life? Well, today we're breaking down a seriously grounded approach from our source material, the Taurus Manifestation Ritual. This is all about anchoring your vision into actual, tangible value. We're going to trade in those vague wishes for practical, methodical habit building that literally aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the exact future you're trying to create. The old myth of manifestation is that you just make a vision board, stick it on your wall, and then passively wait for the universe to just hand-deliver your desires on a silver platter. But the Taurus energy framework? It demands something entirely different. We're talking methodical action and persistence. It is absolutely not about waiting around. It's a partnership between your intention and steady, relentless effort. You've got to actually do the work to build the reality you want. So let's define exactly what we're talking about here. Taurus manifestation is the process of turning vision into value by combining persistence, patience, sensory focus, and practical building. I really want to emphasize physical words here, like anchor and build, because this isn't just theory floating up in the clouds. This is a deeply tangible methodology for aligning your physical habits, the things you're doing right now, with those big future goals. And to pull this off, we need a highly structured blueprint that moves from your internal mindset straight into your external actions. Section 1. The Manifestation Formula. Demystifying the magic. Let's take a look at the blueprint. Let's move to and see how this builds across our 5 key steps. Number 1. Clarity. 2. Physical alignment. 3. Consistent building. 4. Worthiness. And 5. Surrender and patience. This is the exact step-by-step sequence that takes a raw, kind of unformed vision and steadily transforms it into concrete manifested results. All right, step 1 is clarity. Manifestation begins the exact moment, literally the second you anchor your desires in your core values. Because every creation needs a rock-solid foundation, right? And true security starts with defining your own worth. You have to stop and ask yourself, are you chasing a goal just for external validation, or will it actually bring you genuine peace? Most people don't fail because they lack vision. They fail because they're trying to build a house on unstable desires that don't even match their true values. Listen to the difference between these two mindsets. The passive approach says, I want a better life. Okay? But that gives you and the universe absolutely nothing tangible to work with. But the active, cultivating mindset says, I am cultivating a peaceful, luxurious environment that supports my well-being and financial stability. Do you hear the difference? The universe responds to the tangible reality you feel right now. You have got to be highly specific about what you're building. Which leads to a vital question for step 2, physical alignment. What does your success physically feel, smell, and sound like? I want you to really think about that for a second. Feel it in your body. To really engage those senses, the source material suggests this incredibly powerful daily ritual. Spend just 5 minutes holding a physical object that represents your goal. Maybe it's a coin, a key to a new house, or even a fabric sample. Just hold it while visualizing your success. You need to intimately know how this success brings comfort to your physical, everyday self. Once you can physically feel it, well, you've got to build it. Step 3 is consistent building. Abundance accumulates through daily, deliberate habits, not these overnight chaotic rushes. So ask yourself, how can you automate or simplify your progress? Remember, stability creates momentum, and that momentum is exactly what attracts lasting wealth. I strongly urge you to take just one small, entirely practical step today to secure your future foundation. Of course, building requires actually believing you deserve the results, right? So step 4 tackles worthiness. So many people say they want wealth, but secretly, they feel guilty for desiring luxury and comfort. They think, oh, I have to struggle and suffer to earn this. You need to replace that internal block immediately. Swap it out for, I am inherently worthy of comfort, beauty, and financial overflow. Your self-worth dictates the exact limit of the abundance you allow into your life. You have to be totally ready to receive it without a drop of guilt. Moving right along into section 2, breaking the comfort zone, the Taurus antagonist. This is honestly the biggest obstacle in the entire framework. It's stagnation masquerading as security. I want you to pause and ask yourself directly, right now, where am I choosing comfort
over growth? Are you holding on to a situation just because it feels familiar? Because, let's be honest, sometimes what we proudly call security really just means sitting in the exact same spot on the couch for 5 straight years. A desire for security can very, very quickly morph into stubbornness or just a really deep fear of change.
But here is the undeniable truth. Manifestation requires movement. You absolutely cannot grow new roots in depleted soil. To melt this resistance, I'm challenging you to break just one tiny habit today. Walk a completely different route to work, try a new food for lunch, or simply just change your workspace layout to invite some fresh energy in. Just move. Section 3, Earth Magic and Rituals, Anchoring the Magic. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this is where we move from abstract habits into highly tactical, purely physical grounding tools. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus and the earth element, your magic is always going to work best when it is physical, sensory, and deeply connected to nature. These are not superstitious crutches, they are anchored physical tools. Actually feel the heavy weight of a pyrite or green aventurine crystal in your hand to attract wealth, or place black tourmaline at your feet to ground your energy. Breathe in the rich, earthy aromas of patchouli, cinnamon, or sandalwood essential oils. Or just try a simple nature ritual. Step outside, stand barefoot on the grass, and imagine breathing energy straight up from the earth into your body. You're literally anchoring your wealth directly into physical reality. Section 4, the Daily Manifestation Loop, your tactical blueprint. So, how do we systematically weave this grounding practice into our crazy, busy everyday lives? Your procedural loop for the entire day looks like this. In the morning, you kick things off with an affirmation and visualization to consciously anchor your habits into sustainable abundance. Then, in the afternoon, you do a critical identity check, just adjusting your actions to make sure they match your future self. And finally, in the evening, you journal and reflect. This is the whole shebang where you express gratitude, write down what you learned, and most importantly, log 3 signs of progress, no matter how small they are, because that's exactly what informs tomorrow's action. That afternoon identity check, it is incredibly powerful. Stop what you're doing midday and ask yourself, am I building like my future self? Am I acting like my future self? This direct check ensures that your daily, seemingly boring, mundane actions are consistently aligning with your ultimate big picture vision. To summarize this core loop, walk as the future version of yourself. Speak as someone who fundamentally believes in their vision. Feel the exact emotions of already becoming that person, and repeat it daily. Consistency is the active ingredient here. It's that steady rhythm that transforms your intentions into cold, hard reality. So the crucial point is beautifully summarized in this power affirmation. I steadily create the stable life I desire. I trust my worth, take methodical action, and remain patient as my wealth unfolds. Every day, I become the future version of myself. I really want you to absorb that. And remember step 5 of our formula, patience. This is where most people just throw in the towel. Seeds do not become trees overnight. The delay you're experiencing right now, it's not failure. That delay is preparation. Ultimately, manifestation is not about trying to control the entire universe. It's simply about becoming the person capable of creating the life you want. This completely flips the script on how we view our goals. You're no longer passively waiting for the universe to just hand you a gift. You're actively empowering yourself through methodical action, deep sensory focus, and unwavering worthiness. Which leaves us with one final provocative question. What are you currently manifesting in your life? I invite you to take this incredibly practical blueprint and apply it to your own goals today. Don't just sit there and wish for it. Anchor your vision into value, run the daily loop, and start building. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and honestly, I cannot wait to see the reality you create.